Hey guys, it's Dale. I know you've been watching my unboxing videos, and if you haven't, you should go watch them. But today I'm going to be doing my full review on the Serpent SMM RTA by Wotofo and Suck My Mod. I know when you watched my unboxing video for this, I was so excited. I still am excited to talk to you about its high points and also some of its low points that I found out over the past week. So we're going to do our up close and personal, we're going to talk about some of those things, and then we're going to come back up and we're going to talk just a little bit more about this RTA. Yeah, so let's do it. Okay, so this is the box to the Serpent SMM. And I know I've said this like 50 bajillion times, but I absolutely love this RTA. In the box, you get your things, the paper that they give you. You have 2 spare pieces of glass, which I think is great. Your drip tip is off to the side, and here is the actual RTA itself. Underneath here is all of your bits and pieces. So you have your bits and pieces in this bag, cotton, and some comp wire, which when I built this, I decided I wasn't going to hand build my own coils. I was going to use the coils in this box. I did, and I have a love-hate relationship with them. Just like any other pre-built coil, 1 or 2 of them are going to be shoddy. You're going to have to work with the ones that come with it a little bit more than some of the other pre-built coils that I've seen, just because I think that they're just over mass producing those coils. Anyway, I got them to work and they worked great. So once I fidgeted with them for a little bit, they worked well. This is what the tank itself looks like. You unscrew the bottom. Here's your deck, which we will go over here in a minute. Your glass comes out, of course. And up top, let's see if I can get it to unscrew without the bottom. No. Up top, you would unscrew this, and your juice will be filled from the top up here. Alright, so let's talk about the deck. So I love the airflow at the bottom when it comes to RTAs. I absolutely love it. This one has massive, massive airflow, and it's very, very smooth. It's not janky at all. So looking down on it, here are your wick holes on this side and this side. This is a very friendly RTA for first-time builders, in my opinion, just because it's very, 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 very simple. So the airflow is going to come from right here. Let's see if I can catch it. Here's where your airflow comes from. You have one that comes from under the coil this way, and then you have one at the top here that's going to come straight across the hottest part of your coil, in my opinion. The hottest part of your coil, and then up under this way. This is a fantastic design for a single coil RTA. When you unscrew your screws, you will see like a little, let's see if I can catch it. You'll see like a little slat here. This is so that your coil will slide in easily. So let me just grab a coil real fast and show you how this would work. I have just this random coil sitting off to the side. When you build it, you want to build these coils with the leads out like this. That is so all you have to do is literally just slide it into place. I mean, it will just slide right in there, and it's great. Yeah, so you would position your coil right over these airflow pieces here, and then just tighten them down. I had a very fun time building this. You also want to make sure whenever you wick it that I saw a couple different people, including on the Suck My Mod YouTube channel, he puts it just barely in there. I found that whenever I put my wicks just barely inside of the channels, I had a leaking problem. I had a leaking problem every now and then anyway, and I'll show you why I think it started leaking on me. But yeah, if I packed this down and actually made my my wicks touch the bottom of the base, it seemed to work a lot better for the coils that I had in here myself. So I would just say practice with your wicking and just get it to that sweet spot. There might be a little bit of a learning curve wicking this, but I mean, it's very, very, very simple. I was having my leaking problems not from here. My leaking problems were coming from right around here. I don't know why. And I don't know if it's because the one I was using is defective either. So, but my leaking problems were coming from right around here. But it only leaked if I let it sit there for 2 or 3 days without vaping on it. You know how that goes. But yeah, so let's put this guy back together, and that way I can show you where your juice goes. This is a top filled tank, and your juice will be filled right here. Very, very, very large juice fill little slots there. But yeah, all in all, this RTA is, even with my leaking problems, it is my favorite RTA. Hands down, it is my favorite RTA. I love it. I am hoping there's a version 2 coming out sometime in the future. Yeah, but you know. So let's go up, let's talk a little bit more about it and say our goodbyes. I did have some leaking issues with this. No matter how I wicked my tank, it didn't matter. There was always some leaking happening underneath, which is very strange. I haven't had that happen with any other Wotofo product, or any other RTA for that matter. Things normally leak out of the airflow hole. This one didn't leak from the airflow hole, it leaked from the bottom. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But yeah, other than that, it worked fantastically. I will go back and say, whenever it did leak, it was a night where I hadn't used it in maybe 2 days. But I did have it sitting up in my stand. So once again, I have no idea. I do want there to be a version 2 though, which I hope is coming. Maybe one day, we'll see. But yeah, it was a good little RTA. I enjoyed it. And I will use it in the future, even though I had minor leaking problems. It rocked. It is a very solid piece. Yeah, so that is my full review on the Serpent SMM, and you can get yours at vapewild.com.